Myself, Vaishnavee from SNS College of Engineering in the Department of Information Technology. As we all very much familiar with the algorithms, the algorithm is a step-by-step procedure which defines a set of instructions to be executed in a certain order to get the desired output. So algorithms are generally created independent of underlying language. An algorithm can be implemented in more than one programming language. So just we're going to give the set of step-by-step procedure how the instructions are being executed. So how to write an algorithm? So there is no well-defined standards like how to write the algorithm like this. It is just a normal English with a basic flows, like basic code constructs like loops, flow control, etc. These common constructs can be used to write an algorithm. There is not any specific rule to write you have to write this algorithm like this or that. So here's the problem. So design an algorithm to add two numbers and display this. Usually we'll start and we have to add two numbers and we have to store that value. So here we declare three integers a, b, c, and we define values of a, b, and we add values of a and b and store the output of step 4 to c. So simple, just to understand it, whenever someone is going to read the code, easily they can understand with the help of the algorithm. So it's going to print c and out stop. Alternately, you can write this like start add, get values of a and b, c is equal to a plus b. We can directly give the operations, that is two operand and operators, directly display c and stop. So we can write however you want, easily understandable manner. So flowchart is nothing but a graphical representation of the flow of a program. So there are four basic shapes used in flowchart. Each shape has a specific use. The oval shape, which is used to specify start or end. Parallelogram, which is used for input or output. A rectangle, which is for calculations, and diamond, it is for selection structures. So these are the four major shapes we use in flowcharts. So here we give a start, print, output, end. So start, as we know that the start symbol is oval, we give oval. Print output, the input output statement will be in parallelogram and is print output. So end will be end. So the start and end will be declared in the oval. Input output statement in parallelogram, calculations in a rectangle, and selection structure in a diamond. So this example includes I think the three of the symbols. So here we are going to enter a number and we get the number and it will plus and then we'll display the number. So start, in the input we're going to ask for a number. So in that, once the number is get, we're going to add that two number. We're going to add 2 to the number and we're going to print the result. So the arrow is the flow of direct symbol, how the execution is flowing. So these are the symbols. As I said that an oval represents start or end point. Arrows, a line is a connector that shows relationship between the representative shapes. Input or output, a parallelogram represents input or output. Process, a rectangle represents a process, and decision, a diamond indicates a decision. So these are the other symbols which have been used like terminator, decision, delay, preparation, process, predefined process, alternative process, sort, collate, merge, extract, or summing, a link, off-page link connector, manual operations, manual input, display, transfer, annotation, flow lines, data input, output, online storage, stored data. All these can be specified with these type of data. These are commonly called as flowchart symbols. So Python indentation. So the most important in Python is the indentation. So indentation refers to the space at the beginning of a code line. So where in other programming language the indentation code is for readability only. But in Python it is very, very important. It is not for readability. Then only the code will execute or else it will show the indentation error. So Python uses indentation to indicate a block of code, because in other languages like C, Java, we have a curly braces to define whether the loop is started or ended. Here there will not be any kind of that. Only the space and indentation will say that it is the beginning of the loop and it is the end of the loop. So here the indentation plays a major role. So a statement, then indentation, then comment. So this is the way how it be. So using tab for indentation, space for indentation, semicolon for indentation is not semicolon. We should not give semicolon all those things. So the indentation is basically int. If you for example, if you give a value of program, then you must give that for I in range 6. Then after that, when you enter, the system will automatically, the ID will automatically give a space because it identified it as a loop. So we have to give a statement in the next space. So we don't want to use tab, space or semicolon. It should be strictly avoided. So Python indentation is more and more important.